Hey guys, welcome to the Overtime Sports Show, the most interactive sports show online. And as we always tell you, we want you to like, share, comment, share the good news. I'm AV. Of course, I got my partner with the U of H shirt.
Man, I'm still representing the U of H. Yes, sir. G-Man 97 out of the box, G and the Pimp, 2 to 7 afternoons. Of course, we ready to get into it, man. Got a lot of good sports talk going on. And
woo, it's a lot.
I'm ready.
It's a lot
I'm
happening.
ready. Let's get it.
Let's get into it, man. Of course, we're going to cover your pastor, Deshaun Watson, is back in the news. We'll get into that today. We almost had a no-hitter last night with the Astros, man. Woo! Yeah. I stayed up to watch that. And, of course, the Texans are making moves, and the NBA playoffs looked like nobody last night really wanted to play. We'll get into that. But first, man, we got to celebrate these two gentlemen. I'm an HISD product, Ebony Worthy Senior High School, and UG, man.
Milby High School, HISD, baby.
Milby, the Buffaloes, right?
Buffalo, we are the Buffaloes. Oh, Jesus. I only went to school Tuesdays and Thursdays. I skipped Wednesday, Friday, but I was still a Buffalo. That's what happens. You got a mama from Mexico who don't understand English and she don't know what's going on.
Leave your mama out of this.
I was cutting up, boy. Jeez.
Leave your mama out of this. Listen, I was a great student at Ebony Worthy Senior High School. I didn't do none of that stuff G-Man was talking about.
If my mom would have known I had ADHD, then I'd have been good in school. I was a damn fool because I couldn't. Now I'm on some Adderall as an adult. I should have had it when I was a kid. Damn it.
Well, I said that to say this. We're getting ready for a wonderful special event that's going to take place, a Senior Fest All-Star Game. So we're excited to have with us these two gentlemen. One is the HISD Athletic Director. He's a Kashmir Ram graduate way back in the days. Andre Walker is going to join us. And, of course, our friend from Reading with a Rapper and the Senior Fest, one of the founders is Mr. Jared Small from Hightower. Of course, I don't even know what Hightower was back in the day. I couldn't find.
You gotta say way back in the day he went to school, like you born, like you was in the 1930s or something.
Yeah, I had to get him. He way back. That's because he was way back with me, G-Man. Way back with me. So now we've gotten to an age where we say way back in the days. But Andre Walker, Jared Small, thank you guys for coming on the Overtime Sports Show with us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know we're getting ready. We got a big event coming up with the Senior Fest All-Star Game. But, Jared, before we get into that, G-Man knows this. He's been a part of it. Tell us a little bit more about Reading with a Rapper, because this is one of the best organizations across the country, across the world.
No doubt.
Yeah, Reading with a Rapper started in 2018. It's a literary initiative that we started here in Houston where we teach students how to read and write through rap lyrics, content, and technology. Since starting here in Houston, we've been able to work with artists like Meek Mill, 2 Chainz, Rhapsody, Bun B. We're in about 4 different states, Atlanta, New Orleans, Kansas City, Missouri, and in Houston, and we're looking to go into 4 more in the fall, 40,000 kids, and renovating classrooms across the country, working with Foot Locker, Nike, YouTube, all the biggest brands you can think of to change the way education looks. So this was like a great way for us to really come in and start changing the programming, which led us to coming into where we're doing Senior Fest now, that we can actually do things for students beyond the programs too, in their environments.
Yeah, I love it. And of course, Mr. Walker, when you see an organization like this that comes to be a part of HISD, you and I know we grew up through the ranks of Houston Independent School District along with G-Man. So we know some of the things that we didn't have access to, but of course, you being in a position as the athletic director, when they brought this to you, what made you want to jump on and be a part of this?
Because it helped kids. I mean, that's what we're in the business of. Anything that can motivate, help our kids go to the next level, we want to be a part of it. And so when Jared brought this to me, I was all in. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I love the concept. I love what we're doing. I think I may be more excited than the kids, but I am super pumped about this weekend. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's Saturday here up and get here.
Yeah. Right. G-Man, I know you ready to ball.
Yeah, I'll be there. I think I'm more of a water boy, but
it was a lot of water boys at Milby High School, but we won't get into that.
Oh, man.
Share with us some of the things that HISD is doing, especially, with the athletic department. I know Worthing didn't win a championship in any field this year, but that's another story.
Well, I tell you what, man, as you know, like you said, I'm a 1991 grad of Cash, man. We just talked about how the dynamics changed. And so I'm often asked, hey, will we ever go back? Well, I can't answer that, but I can say we're going to provide opportunities for our kids during the time that we're in and give them the best that we got. Later on this month, actually on June 1st and June 2nd, we have the NCAA coming in. We have the man himself coming in from the NCAA to come in and talk to the parents on June 1st. Then on June 2nd, they're talking to the coaches, the registrars, the counselors. I always talk about a three-headed monster. And a three-headed monster are those three people working together to make sure that our kids are in the right classes, doing the right thing, to make sure they have the opportunity that they can go and expand on their athletic talents. Last year we started the HISD Athletic Hall of Honor. First year in the history of this district it's been done. Super excited about that, man. Was given the vision to start that. It was great. This will be year 2. We're excited. And so you say, why are you talking about the past? Well, our kids now need to know about the past. Yes, they need to know that those great athletes that have played in World Series, played in Super Bowls, Olympics, and all that kind of stuff, they've walked the same halls. Yeah, this is different times, but they had things that they had to go through as well during their time. And so try to make that connection. The other thing we started last year, we'll do again, is a coaches roundtable. Coaches roundtable consists of coaches that retired, veteran coaches, and then new coaches. Because what we want to do, we want to make sure we keep coaches in the profession, keep teachers in the profession. That's how you grow programs. That's how you get back to those championship levels. Not by changing coaches every year, but by some kind of consistency, because we know all our kids want consistency. We have consistency in the home. If it's not mom and dad, it's grandmother and grandpa. Somebody is consistent. And so our coaches need to be consistent. So we want to, again, connect those dots with our retired coaches, our veteran coaches, new coaches coming in, man, just to talk about the struggles that they have, the victories that they have, and how we can all bring this together again to better serve our kids. So we got a lot of stuff coming up, man. We're excited about all of it. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
I love it. He is the HIT Athletic Director. Andre Walker is here with us along with Jaron Small. He is the founder of Reading with the Rapper, getting us ready for the Senior Fest All-Star Game this weekend, May 15th. And Jared, take us into what all going to happen on this day, because I'm excited about it. I mean, you're going to make me pull my shoes out the closet. And come on.
I will say, alluding to from Mr. Walker, when I first walked into this office, he was like, oh, man, I know your dad is your father. My dad played basketball at Kashmir. They were on the 74-75 team that went undefeated. Yeah, 6-0. So the lineage of me knowing that history, I want to come back, and when I choose this year, like HID makes sense. It's the largest school district. And so we're taking the best male and female student athletes from each school, and they're going to be playing our version like a McDonald's All-American game. The difference is, with our Star game, we're going to be gifting 4 students with surprise scholarships at the end of the game. They have no clue they're going to get those. We're going to be giving coaches some new sports technology stuff from some actual local brands that are here in Houston. And that CEO of Grind Basketball, he graduated from HISD, right? So we're showing you the reinvestment of how what HISD did for us back to these kids to keep it going. We're actually going to do an actual draft for the students at Del Mar Saturday. So we're inviting all the coaches from all the schools, their parents. Mr. Wark and his staff will be there. And we're going to literally call them up, tell them what team they're on, give them their hats. We're going to take pictures. It's going to be a whole moment for that. And the game is going to be Sunday at the Pavilion, which is the old North Forest campus off of Tidwell. Doors open at 3, tip-offs at 4. The tickets are only $5. So it's a really great minimal price, and it's going towards a great cause. And we're going to be just doing a lot of good things. The teams on the game are going to be Team Shipped and Team Premium Goods. We all know Premium Goods is our household name here in Houston, but Team Shipped, a lot of people don't know Shipped is a technology company that allows people to bring in groceries or supplies they can order from their phones to their houses. The VP of Shipped is a Lamar HISD graduate, 3rd Ward, Sunny, South Union, respected person. So it's all being reinvested and showing people like Houston, we have everything here. We don't have to leave the proximity to bring the thing that we want here.
Yeah. Gee, man, I love that, man. It's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be good. And
I see a lot of ladies in the stores wearing those Shipped shirts.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's ambassadors or what, but every time I go to the grocery store, I always see 1 or 2 ladies wearing one of them shirts.
They working. Yeah, they working. And I like how you said too, man, the benefits. And I love the fact, Jaron, that you're making this an experience from the draft to the game, and then of course as you top it off at the end with handing out scholarships. That whole experience means a lot because, as you said, it's about the visual for the kids.
Yep. Everybody's going to walk away with something. Every student's going to have a medal. We're going to have 2 MVPs, a male and a female. And then we're going to have a trophy that one team wins. So it's showing the community. We're putting kids that normally don't play with each other on the same team, right? Because we also know within HISDs, there's rivals, right? Yep. But often, sometimes we still be in silos when we don't communicate together, right? We're all here for the same reason, the same thing. So when I, again, approaching Mr. Walker, he was like, absolutely. He was excited. He was like, let's do a tournament. I'm like, I don't know. He was super, because I remember just that time where we had the Kingwood Classic, the Outback, the Outback tournament, the Academy Classic. We had the energy of Houston with basketball. And that's something that me and Andre aligned with. It was like, let's bring it back. It's time to bring it back.
Tell us about some of the other Senior Fest activities that's going to take place for the rest of the week.
Yeah, sure. Tuesday, we'll be actually taking our talents to Worthing High School. We'll be having a pop culture panel. We'll have representatives from JD Sports, YouTube Music, here specifically talking to the kids. And then later on that night, we'll actually have the global director for North America for Jordan speaking here. He's actually from Houston, right? Mm-hmm. Often we never see these type of people come back to Houston, but they're going to be here. He's going to be speaking at the Post. It's open to the public. It's completely free. Wednesday, we'll be going to Yates High School. We'll be doing another panel conducted around health and wellness. So we have the VP of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion from JD Sports coming to speak as well for that. Thursday, we'll be doing Tech and Innovation at the Post, where we have a lot of different VR activations. We'll have coding lounges. We'll have the VP, Aaron. He'll be there speaking. We'll have an actual panel as well, too, for that day. Let's see. Friday, we actually have a concert for the kids that we've been just really trying to make sure to get everything prepared for. Again, Mr. Walker and his team has been allowing us to really do a lot of things with actual campuses and using the buildings for HISD. So they've been really hands-on with that. And that concert is going to be completely free for the kids. For that, we're going to have a fun day at the Post on Saturday. It's going to be open to the community. It's completely free. So you can bring your families out. And then Sunday, we'll be celebrating National Asian Awareness Month with the largest Asian community doing a night vendors market. And the proceeds from that market, they're going to be donating that back to our literacy program to help more underserved kids learn how to read and write without any cost, right? So the big thing I love about the festival is that we have not only been able to do all these fun things, but we've been able to come in and do some resources and bring some renovations in. So we've partnered with Kroger to give 2 schools food pantries. They're going to be stocked the entire year next year that have food deserts. We partnered with them to also, we partnered with Turner Construction. And we surprised Worthing actually 2 days ago. We're going to give them a whole new teachers renovated lounge.
Yes, sir.
We're bringing a lot of different things, not only from the fun side, but the structural programming. How do we holistically change education from this new aspect? And Mr. Walker, again, and his team have allowed us to come in and do this. We're excited. We're super excited. And we know it's just going to be room for growth for the years to come.
Yeah, it's powerful. And especially next time you do something at Worthing, Jared, if I'm not a part of it, me and you gonna have a fight on the outside. No violence though. I'm not a violent man. Listen, Mr. Walker, talk to the community, man. I just love that you're so open, allowing Reading with the Rapper to come in and have the range to be able not only to bring the resources but also the entertainment and to bring the community together. But just talk to the community and about our involvement, because sometimes once we graduate, we disappear from our schools. We don't go back to invest or to help, but talk to the community about the importance of being involved.
Man, that's awesome that you said that. I served at Casper Senior High School for 3 years as an assistant principal. And that's one thing I used to tell our community. We have one of the biggest, best homecomings that in the country. That's just what we do, right? And I would tell our alumnus, look, it's great that you coming back to do all this for homecoming, but you know what? Those kids need you all the time, not just doing homecoming. And so come back all the time and do something with your school. Go in, stop by. Yeah, you've moved out. That's fine if that's what you choose to do. But do understand that it was good enough for you and it's good enough for your kids and your grandkids as well. We have some amazing things going on in our schools. We have some new campuses. So bring your kids, check it out. We have some great athletic programs. Yes, we're large and we're spread it out. And so, again, we don't always see the success as smaller districts do because they're more condensed. But I will tell you, we have some top tier athletes at all of our schools. We have some top tier educational programs. going on at all of our schools, and we just need the support of the alumnus and the community to share, come back, share what you're doing. You know, I didn't know that you two guys were HISD products, man. That's great to hear. So we'll be leaning on you guys for different things, and anything that you all want to do and come be a part of, just let me know. We'll try our best to make sure that happens. So just to the community, as you say, speak to the community, just know that we're doing awesome things. When you're this large, you can always find something that needs help or needs fixing. You can always do that, right? But we need the support of the community to do just.
And I know, like I can speak, G-Man, I know we can speak. We're available. You know, we ready to help, you know. So any way you guys want us to help, we definitely don't mind being a part, because we're products of HISD. We wouldn't be able to do what we are doing today without HISD and the influence on our life. Even though, as G-Man said, he only went to school on Tuesdays. And what was it, G-Man?
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yeah, he had that block schedule.
I'm trying to go the other day, man, but man, I just couldn't do it, man.
I know we're getting ready to transition, but I want to make sure that we also state this, that every school that's participating in the festival, they're getting free mental health services the next fall.
I love it.
Right. And that's for teachers and the kids. We want to make sure that these kids and teachers are stable enough to really come in and do what they need to do, not feel pressured and overwhelmed with STAR tests and all these other things. So just give them confidence to feel comfortable to come back into school and be the best version of themselves.
All right. So Sunday, May 15th, 4 p.m., HISD Pavilion. It is the Senior Fest All-Star Game, and it's just $5 to get in. So we can definitely all afford to come out and be a part of this. Jaron, give information on where they can go to get more information about this upcoming event.
Yeah. If you guys want to follow anything, just go to www.ednt. So that's edent.world. And everything will be there. All the events, all the verbiage, all the tickets, everything's completely free besides the game. So just come out and enjoy yourself and have a good time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Jaron, appreciate you, Mr. Walker. Thank you guys for coming on the Overtime Sports Show with us. And we'll be talking real soon to both of you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Right. He's doing good in the hood, man. Hey, always for our kids. That's how we do. Yes, sir.
I love it, G, man. I mean, they just do so much, bro. I mean, it would probably take us several weeks to talk about what Reading with a Rapper is doing across the country, man. I just love it. You know, I hate that we didn't have those things in place, but it's no excuse for us not to, you know, get involved today in helping the resources that are made available to our young brothers and our young sisters. And I hope that they just take advantage of it and use it, man, because this is definitely a blessing. All right, we got to get into some news. Overtime Sports Show, you know, Deshaun Watson got traded a few weeks back, and he's going to be proposed once again this week on Friday, G-Man. You know, in April, a judge in Texas ruled that Deshaun Watson had to say whether he had sex with 18 of the 22 accusers for those massages.
Well, they're going to be in Rusty Harden's office. I know that. And it's still a civil case going on. I mean, if I'm Deshaun Watson,
if you did it
to say, you know what? I was swinging and banging. Okay, fine. You know, whatever, man. But this whole I didn't do it. I mean, you know what? If you didn't do it, then hey, stick by your guns. I don't want you to, you know, but if you did it and you were swinging and banging, to let them know, hey, man, I'm single. They were down with it, so we did it. I mean, what?
I was trying to hold my composure.
It's not like he forced them. I don't think he forced them saying, you know, I can't see that happen. I can't see that being the case. But if they said, no, I don't want to do that, but yet they still did it, I don't know. I mean,
well, two things I know. One thing I know he said he's not gonna settle out of court with anybody. He made that known. And then, of course, number two, he's been denying it all along that he did anything sexually to these 22 masseuses. But they also said that he's going to have to give information about his massage history, of course, since 2019. They want to know. So they want all this information to come out. But I think he's probably going to be as quiet as a church mouse and try to bypass this again and get ready for the football season is what he's doing. So we'll see. But speaking of football season, I'm excited, man. I told you last week I'm excited. Our general manager, Nick Casario, He's been making some moves lately. You came on with it today. You asked me about defensive end. Jerry Hughes, he's a product of the city as well. He's coming back home, and he also signed Rasheem Green and Mario Addison. So we added some veteran leadership to the team that I think is going to help, like Blackson and our young guys on this defensive line. I think it's some good signings, just a couple of years for both of these guys. I'm loving it, man. What about you?
You know, if Jerry Hughes can perform like he did, you know, I mean, I know he's been in the league, 12 years now, something like that.
Yeah, long in the tooth.
He can give us a good 4 or 5 sacks, you know, but more importantly, man, talk to these youngsters, man, let them know what it takes, you know. We need that leadership in the locker room, man. I hope he can definitely do that. I know you talked about we're back. We're going to be, you know, I'm still not convinced that we are totally 100% back. I think this year is going to be a telling year, especially with our quarterback. But I do like the veteran additions, and I still think we got a chance to get Bradbury from the Giants. They released him.
Would be good.
That we met, he's talking to the Texans. I don't know, James Bradbury, he's all-pro cornerback. So we'll see, man. But welcome home, Jerry. You're right, Carlton. He played in
welcome home,
Austin, and grew up in Sugar Land. So
So it's been good. And of course, you know, when I'm teasing when I say we're all the way back, but I'm just glad that you can see us moving in the right direction.
Right, man.
Yeah, you can see us making some moves. And like I said, with the foundation that he's bringing in with these vets, you know, even if they're here for 1 or 2 years, to work with these young guys, to show them how to be professional, to show them how to go about it on game day. I think this is going to help, because you can't have just a team full of young guys in the NFL. You need that veteran leadership to come in and to educate these guys. And the thing about our defense is we like to rotate a lot of players. So you've got 8 or 9 defensive linemen that you'll be able to rotate in. So we need like Addison and Hughes just to come in, as you said, maybe play 30%, 40% of the snaps, come in, do what they do, and let's let these youngsters grow up. Your man, Tom Brady, he's already got another job after he retires again, G-Man.
10 years, Jesus. $375 million.
The highest.
So what's going to happen to Troy Aikman? He's going to be the lead analyst on Fox. So does Troy Aikman get pushed down to number 2?
Who? Troy who? Who?
Yeah, him.
That's what Tom Brady's saying. Who?
Yeah,
Troy who?
Yeah, and I'm sure Fox is like, Troy, you've been here for a long time, but if we can get the GOAT and pay him $375 million, now think about it. Tom Brady may play till he's 87 years old. We don't know.
I know, because he's old.
Yeah, he's 40, he's 44, pushing 45. So let's just say this is his last year.
Oof, I hope
55,
so.
He's going to have a $375 million contract.
Yeah.
So let's just say he plays another 2 or 3 years. That contract is still waiting for him, and he is definitely man, he's getting money from all over the place, man. That man is bringing it
23 years. 23 years in the league, like you said, 45 years old. Then you got this money waiting on you. That just talks about, man, when you make your mark, and you leave your legacy, and you have influence in the league, and you're a winner like Tom, your future is set. And as you see, he'll be able to ride off in that share his expertise, just like what's our other boy name for the Cowboys? Romo, Tony Romo. Just like Romo. You know, Romo, I love watching Romo call games.
Yeah,
I didn't like him as a quarterback.
Play before it happens,
but I can imagine with Tom.
Yeah, what surprised me about Brady is that he's one of them guys who doesn't really come out. He doesn't go to the Pro Bowls. He doesn't go to the honor award shows. He doesn't do. So for him to come out and be on TV, I'm like, this is something
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, but he's not that kind of person. You know what I mean? He don't ever do anything. He don't go to award show. He don't do none of that stuff.
It's gonna be good to see.
I think he'll be a good announcer. I think he has a lot of knowledge, obviously.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be able to call plays before they happen like Romo? I'm sure
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Speaking of plays, let's get into our NBA minute real quick. All powered by our good friends at Hennessy. The NBA playoffs, man. I don't know what happened last night. It seemed like Philadelphia and Dallas decided not to show up last night.
Yeah, like blowout city last night. I was excited to watch these games. Next thing you know, they down by 10 at the half, and then down by 15, and Heat blow them out by 30, and then Dallas. I thought Dallas, they came out hot. I'm thinking, man, if these boys win this game, they got a chance to beat the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. They ended up losing by what, 20?
Yeah, man. They lost 110-80. So that's 30 points last night. Of course, they're down 3-2, as you said, to Phoenix. And then what's up with your boy James Harden, man? He went from one night shooting lights out in the gym to the next night looked like an old man that needs to sit down.
Man, I don't know what it is about James Harden in the playoffs. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. I can't. I'm like lost for words. I'm like, this dude is all NBA, all world NBA during the regular season. And James Harden's my boy, you know, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happens in the playoffs. I don't understand.
Too much partying, man. Too much partying. I'm gonna have to blame it on some G, man. I'm like you. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say the man freezes up, but it's just like, So listen, I'm thinking,
is it to money? Like, hey, I got all the millions in the bank. I'm good. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
could be. I'm gonna roll with the Heat in that series, and of course, I'm going with Phoenix over Dallas. What about you, man?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going Phoenix. I think if Dallas would have won last night, it'd have been hard pressed for me to go against Dallas at home in Game 6. But Phoenix got that game last night. I think they end up winning the series, and I also think Miami Heat closes out the series as well against the Nets or against the Sixers. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I feel bad for Memphis too. Without Morant, I mean, they're down 3-1. Golden State's gonna definitely close that series out. But at the Boston and Milwaukee series has been pretty good.
Man, I'm still surprised that I can't believe Boston's playing the way they're playing. I didn't think they were going to be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs, but man, they're looking like Al Horford is looking like he's 23 years old again, not 38 or whatever he is, 35. Yeah. I mean,
that night he did definitely.
And Giannis, he did that when he hit that dunk and he looked at him in the face like, Horford's like, okay, I see you, I see you, and then he lit it up, and it was ball game after that.
Yeah, so it's going to be good. Man, we put out a poll today. Thank you to everybody that participated in our poll. We had to kind of go back and do a poll of two what I like to call good defensive players. Draymond Green, if he was battling in a game against Dennis Rodman one-on-one, who do you think would win? And 75% says Rodman and 25% said Draymond Green. I ain't gonna lie, I had to go with Dennis Rodman too, man.
I had to go back and watch the Last Dance documentary to see the kind of stuff this man. I mean, the rebounds he 9 times out of 10 he was out. Height. He was beaten by height. He was bigger dudes, but he was still scrapping, get them rebounds. I'm like, how this man got a knack for the ball? You know what I mean?
Always.
Yeah. You can't coach that, man.
No, you can't coach. Now, Draymond Green would be a better shooter than Dennis Rodman. But when you talk about them boards, and my thing is too, G, man, how long would this game take? Because both of them are physical. This game would probably take several hours before it was over with. If those two really played, it would definitely take a long time for this game to be over with. But like we said, both stations, 97.9 and Magic 102. Thank you guys for participating in the poll. And Dennis Rodman was definitely going to win. So they'll be battling. They're probably still battling right now. Man, Carlton Rodman would definitely handle it. All right, let's get ready to close out the NBA Minute, of course, powered by our friends at Hennessy. Never settle. Get you a little sippy sip and do what you do. But finally, as we get ready to roll out, like I said last night, Verlander had me up. I was glued to the television. I said, I'm about to see some history.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I totally forgot the Astros was playing because I was watching the NBA. And when I snapped and I put it on, I saw 5-0. I'm like, okay. And then he said Verlander had a no-hitter in the 8th inning. So I had to go back and watch the replay. But man, this man here is like defying everything. He's in his late 30s already. Not that. How old? About 35? 36?
Yeah, and listen, coming off Tommy John surgery. So you got to imagine.
He really pitched since early 2020.
Right.
Like
and April, look what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dealing last night, man. I'm talking about he was getting them out. The innings wasn't going that long. So that's why you had that feeling that, oh, yeah, man, he's retiring. The side is going smooth. And you just thought when he got to that second out, trying to get that second out in the 8th inning. You're like, okay, we get through the 8th. I think the 9th inning will be a breeze for them, and it wasn't in the card. But the Astros still won. They're rolling right now. The Stros are looking good, and we got a long way to go. Long way to go.
Right now? 8 in a row, right?
Yeah,
it's like
8 in a row. 8 in a row. Looking good, man. So
ever
excited
since Dusty
about
won his 2000, man, it's like
Dusty.
Dusty won his 2000. They are, I mean, they're rolling, man. Like I tell everybody all the time, I'm a huge Astro fan. You already know that. Ended up everything.
Yeah.
And people always talking mess about this. I'm like, you know what? Just wait till September, October.
Yeah.
September, October. Go ahead and get your wins out the way now. Beat the Astros. Talk Noah, whatever you want to do. But when it comes down to late September and October baseball, then come see me, and then we'll see what it is. I still feel that the Astros have a chance to go to their 6th ALCS.
Oh, definitely.
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 So we'll see. I mean,
yeah.
Nicole says we came to Dallas and dang near had the game that the Rangers had me mad. Yeah. Verlander pitched to the Rangers. Yep. And actually, they're coming to town next week.
Yeah, we love beating the Rangers. That's part of the joy.
Oh man, I was on a cruise ship this past week, and a lot of people from Dallas going on cruise ships. And man, I was wearing my Astros gear. They were like trash can, man. I'm like, whatever. But
everybody at trash can team, man. Everybody was cheap.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's all good. And she goes, but y'all beat our ass every time. I'm like, that's right. We don't beat y'all. I think we got the golden boot, or what they call it. I think we got it for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, we own that boot. It's definitely ours. Man, it's been a great show today. Don't forget the Senior Fest All-Star Game this Sunday, May 15th. $5 will get you in HISD Pavilion. It's going to benefit our students in HISD. Thanks to Reading with a Rapper founder, Jaron Small, and, of course, the athletic director for HISD, Mr. Andre Walker, for coming on the show today. G-Man, let them know how they can keep up with you, homie.
You already know, G-Man 979 on everything. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. What am I missing? I don't know. Christian. Well, I think I stopped Christian Mingle, and then I had all grind. I had all them, man. But I'm done with all that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm thinking about starting my OnlyFans again, but I might have to wait a little bit. Yeah.
Listen, you can follow me. There's no OnlyFans. There is Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and of course podcast Faith and Faith with AV. We will not be doing an OnlyFans page. And much love. Listen, I'm gonna say this, G-Man, before we get out of here. Free Brittany Griner, man. Come on, get Brittany out of there. Bring her home.
If that would have been LeBron, Steph Curry, they'd have been on it.
Man,
you know, she's been in there, going on over 2 months now?
It's too long. Bring her home, man. Of course, much love to the WNBA. They was wearing the decals in honor of Brittany Griner. That's our own, man. That's a product of our city, so we definitely want to see her to come home. Yeah, and that's been since mid-February. Man, that's a long time, bro. Golly. Bring her home.
And like I said the other day, I mean, I don't condone whatever, but you can find you some vape cartridges in the United States, man. You ain't got to try to bring it back from Russia.
No, I guess he just wanted to say, man, I got this. I brought this back. You know how we do. I brought this back from Russia.
Yeah. I mean, do you think she bought it there or she brought it from the States over there?
No, I can't speculate.
I don't know. I do know Russia, boy. If I go to Russia or any place like that, man, I'm scared to touch anything, boy. I'm about to throw my ass in jail. I ain't touching nothing.
Hey, G, I might not even bring my suitcase back home with me. I might leave the suitcase there. Y'all can have everything. Yeah.
But negative, I ain't got nothing.
We done got into foolish now, y'all. We got to go. Y'all join us here next week, 5 p.m. for the Overtime Sports Show. Hopefully, G-Man will wear his clothes.
Yeah, I wear clothes, but I'll still rock it.
Oh, Jesus. Turn them off, please.